Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are healed and healthy by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine and doing great. It is always intensely pleasure to greet you people with a warm welcome. Your presence is always source of happiness for me. I appreciate your participation. Today we will discuss chapter number 6, Unitary Method. In this chapter we have two exercises, exercise 6a and 6b. It's not late, but still let me introduce myself. I am your maths teacher, Ms. Nasreen Fatma, with lecture number 41. My dear students, before starting this chapter, you should know what a unitary method is. The unitary method is a technique for solving a problem by first finding the value of a single unit. What does it mean? It means first we will find the value of single unit by a multiple unit, and then finding the necessary value by multiplying the single unit value. This method is used to find the value of unit from the value of multiple, and hence the value of multiple by single unit. We can conclude the unitary method as each more. First, we have to find the value of each from more, then the value of more from each. This is a unitary method. I am taking some examples to explain the unitary method. These examples help you to understand the concept well. The first example is a toy factory produces 250 cars in a day. Now, how many cars are produced in 8 days? In this example, we know that the toy factory produced cars in 1 day, and it is very easy for us to find the number of cars produced in 8 days. For this purpose, we will multiply the number of cars produced in 1 day by 8. Then we will find the number of cars produced in 8 days. So how we will multiply? The number of cars produced in a day is equal to 250. And number of cars produced in 8 days, we just multiply the number of cars produced in 1 day by 8. Then, how many cars produced in 8 days? 2000 cars produced in 8 days. In another example, we have to find out cost of set of pens while the cost of another set of pen is given. Now let's find the cost of 7 pen is rupees 84. Find the cost of 4 such kind of pens. To find out the cost of 4 pens, first we will find cost of unit by dividing the cost of the first set of pens by number of pens. Rupees 84 divided by 7. The cost of 7 pen is rupees 84. So first we will divide 84 by 7 to find out the cost of 1 pen, that is 12. And the cost of 4 pen is equals to rupees 12, which is the cost of 1 pen multiplied by the number of pen, that is 4, is equal to rupees 48. In this example, you can see first we have divided the first set of pen by the number of pens to find out the cost of unit pen. Then the cost of unit pen is multiplied by the number of the second set of pen, that is 4, to find out the number of cost of 4 pens. So 12 is the cost of 1 pen multiplied by 4 is equals to rupees 48. This problem solved by the unitary method. Adil thinks carefully. He first divides to find out how much 1 unit of each item cost. Then he multiplies to find out the total cost of the units he wants. Now what is the Adil's bills for all his purchases? First, Adil purchased the sweet lines. He purchased 5 sweet lines. So first, the cost of the 12 sweet lines is rupees 36. The cost of 1 sweet line, first he divides the cost of 12 sweet lines by 12 to find out the cost of 1 sweet line, that is rupees 3. Adil purchased 5 sweet lines. So what he has to pay for 5 sweet lines? The cost of 1 sweet line is 3. He multiplies the cost of 1 sweet line by 5 to find out the cost of 5 sweet lines. The cost of 5 sweet lines is rupees 15. Means Adil pays rupees 15 for the cost of 5 sweet lines. Now I have taken some more examples from exercise 6a, question number 4. What is the cost of 7 pairs of socks at rupees 63 for 3 pairs? What does it mean? It means we have to find out the 7 pairs of socks if the cost of 3 pairs of socks is rupees 63. Now we will find out the 7 pairs of socks by finding out first the cost of 1 pair of socks. The cost of 3 pairs of socks is rupees 63 and the cost of 1 pair is equal to rupees 63 divided by 3. The cost of 1 pair of socks is rupees 21. So now we can find out the cost of 7 pairs of socks by multiplying the cost of 1 pair by 7. Now finally the cost of 7 pairs of socks is rupees 147. We have to find the cost of 3 oranges at rupees 48 per dozen. First of all, you should know what is a dozen. A dozen means 12. Means the cost of per dozen or the 12 oranges is rupees 48. Now the cost of 1 orange is equal to rupees 48 divided by 12. When we find the cost of unit item, we divide. 48 divided by 12 is equal to rupees 4. The cost of 1 orange is rupees 4. If the cost of 1 orange is rupees 4, so what is the cost of 3 oranges? What we do? We multiply. Cost of 3 oranges is rupees 4 multiplied by 3 is equal to 12. Means the cost of 3 oranges is rupees 12. We can solve the other mathematical problems with the help of unitary method. In this example, a car travels 200 kilometers using 20 liters of petrol. How many kilometers can it travel in 10 liters of petrol? We have to find the distance traveled in 10 liters of petrol when the distance traveled in 20 liters of petrol is 200 kilometers. As we discussed before, when we have to find the distance traveled in 10 liters of petrol, it means we have to find the distance traveled in 1 liters of petrol, then we can find the distance traveled in 10 liters of petrol. In the statements you can see the distance traveled in 20 liters of petrol is equal to 200 kilometers. Now first we will find the distance traveled in 1 liters of petrol, then the distance traveled in 10 liters of petrol. Now let's find the distance traveled in 1 liter of petrol. The distance traveled in 20 liters of petrol is equal to 200 kilometers. First we will find the distance traveled in 1 liter of petrol by dividing the distance covered by 20 liters of petrol. The 200 divided by 20 is equal to 10 kilometers. It means the distance traveled in 1 liter of petrol is 10 kilometers. Now we will find the distance traveled in 10 liters of petrol by multiplying the distance traveled in 1 liter of petrol. The distance traveled in 10 liters of petrol is equals to 10 multiplied by 10. 10 multiplied by 10 is equals to 100 kilometers. The distance traveled in 10 liters of petrol is equal to 100 kilometers. Now let's take another example. 9 fruit boxes weigh 45 kg. How much will 12 such boxes weigh? We have to find the weight of 12 boxes when the weight of 9 boxes is 45 kg. First, weight of 9 fruit boxes is equal to 45 kg. According to the unitary method, first we will find the value of unit item. So we will find the weight of 1 box, then we will find the weight of 12 boxes. Now the weight of 9 boxes of fruit is equal to 45 kg. Now weight of 1 box is equal to 45 divided by 9. To find out the weight of unit item, we have to divide 45 divided by 9 is equal to 5 kg. Now the weight of 1 box is equal to 5 kg. Now we can find the weight of 12 such boxes by multiplying the weight of 1 box. So 5 kg multiplied by 12 is equal to 60 kg. The weight of 12 such boxes of fruit is equal to 60 kg. Thank you so much, my dear students. This is the end of the today's lecture. I hope you people have understood and enjoyed this new concept of unitary method. See you in the next lecture. Till then, take a very good care of yourself and your surrounding. Stay home, stay safe. God bless you. Allah Hafiz.
Hello children. Today in this video we are going to learn about unitary method. What is unitary method? In order to understand that, let us begin with an example from a real life situation. School is about to reopen and Ravi needs a set of new pens for which he goes to the stationery shop. The shopkeeper is busy with other customers, so he takes out a packet of pens and tells Ravi to help himself. The packet had 10 pens, but Ravi needed only 6. So he takes out the required number of pens and asks the shopkeeper how much to pay. Being busy, instead of telling him the cost of 6 pence, the shopkeeper told him that the cost of the packet is 30 rupees and Ravi can calculate the cost of 6 pence himself and leave the change on the counter. Now Ravi didn't know what to do. He knew the cost of a packet of pens was rupees 30, but there were 10 pens in the packet and Ravi had bought only 6. He didn't know how much to pay for those 6 pence. And suddenly Ravi realized that it is not difficult after all. He just needs to know the cost of 1 pen. And he knows how to do that. Why? Because he has learnt division in school. Now he knows that if the cost of the 10 pence in one packet is rupees 30, then the cost of 1 pen will be 30 divided by 10, which is equal to rupees 3. And if the cost of 1 pen is rupees 3, then the cost of 6 pence is 6 into 3, which is equal to rupees 18. So what did Ravi do? First, using division, he calculated the cost of 1 pen. Cost of 10 pence is 30. Therefore, cost of 1 pen is 30 divided by 10 equal to rupees 3. After that, using multiplication, he calculated the cost of the 6 pence. Cost of 1 pen is 3. Therefore, cost of 6 pence is 6 into 3 equal to rupees 18. His problem solved, Ravi happily kept rupees 18 on the counter and returned home. This method of using division to calculate the value of one quantity and then using multiplication to calculate the value of more than one quantity is called unitary method. In the example that you just saw, from the cost of 10 pence, Ravi used division to find the cost of 1 pen. And then, from the cost of 1 pen, Ravi used multiplication to calculate the cost of 6 pence. Let's do another example. Mary bakes 36 cookies in 3 days. How many cookies can she bake in 8 days? First, use division to calculate the number of cookies baked in 1 day. Number of cookies baked in 3 days is 36. Therefore, number of cookies baked in 1 day is 36 divided by 3 equal to 12 cookies. After that, use multiplication to calculate the number of cookies baked in 8 days. You know that the number of cookies baked in 1 day is 12. Therefore, number of cookies baked in 8 days is 8 into 12, which is equal to 96.